welcome back to Slime Rancher. Alright, looking at the volume just to make sure I'm not too loud on anybody's end. Um, so, first thing I want to mention is this is definitely not the same colony. I haven't touched the other save since the last episode, but I have spent 6 or 7 hours in the game just kind of learning, um, you know, how not to die within, the first couple cycles. Uh, and it's extremely hard because you've got all these different systems that you've got to balance. Like oxygen, you've got to keep a specific volume of air for them to be able to breathe it. Um, I've got different areas trapped off. That's as far as I'm going to go on that one, at least for a while. So basically, it in digging all this out, it didn't have air in it. So now air's having to rush into the place where it was. So basically I'm waiting for this area to fill up and this area to fill up, and then I've got, an overall good concentration of air in my base, which is like number one key. If they can't breathe, they're not going to go very far at all because they use quite a bit of oxygen. Um, so in last episode, I was using like outhouses. I might have already gone to the shower, but that takes off. There's a grimy debuff that like they're gross and they don't like how they feel or something like that. But basically, you give them the shower. It uses your clean water, produces polluted water, does have germs. Um, you don't wanna get germs. Um, I am eventually going to start bringing in a bunch of stuff from like elsewhere on the map because I do have 6.9 tons of algae, but basically that runs out. I can't produce any more oxygen in my base, which quickly becomes a problem. Oh, we've got idle people. Let's go ahead and give them something to research. Um, Also, if you get okay, so jobs, you can basically put these people on a specific job. I want to see who I haven't trained in this yet, because I'm trying to train them all in each individual position so they can do anything that I need them to, so they stop being idle all the time. I think it might be Bubbles. No, not Bubbles. Is it Ellie? Yeah, it's Ellie. Okay, General Engineer, I'm assuming that's her. Okay, Ran. And then, let's see, we've got Ren and Ellie. So let's see if Bubbles, no, Bubbles is already trained in that. Sure, that's fine. I'll give her the ability to research if she really needs to. This guy's got narcolepsy. He'll just fall asleep randomly. It's okay. He doesn't hurt himself. Or was I? But yeah, you level up in the jobs. Once you get 100% experience, you unlock the next the next job up. Yeah, like it's a requirement to get the next job. Um, but each tier you go up increases their duplicate costs. So like from tier 0, they don't have jobs, they don't have any expectations. Tier 1, their expectations go up a little bit. If it's not that, their stress goes up, right? And then the food has quality as well, which if you don't meet those standards, stress goes up as well. So it's basically the stress system is what the jobs work into. But they also give you, like, basic job training gives you +2 to tinkering just for completing the job, or the job training. But yeah, the next thing that has killed a couple of my duplicant colonies has been temperature. So you'll notice all this in here is different temperatures. So like this is 35 degrees right now. So if it gets too hot and the duplicants in the area, it'll cause them to heat up the retained water and basically big problems all around. So you want to keep everyone as cool as possible. See how cool everything is in here. Let's see. There's just so much to go over. So basically I've dug out from my base, and there's a mineral called abyssalite. Now, one of the cool things about abyssalite, if you look under thermal conductivity, is 0. It doesn't exchange heat at all with its surroundings. So what I've done is I've dug up in between abyssalite and all this germy grossness. And basically I'm having to deal with the same like vacuum problem. So I'm still, like, I'm waiting until these areas are a little bit, better in the pressure, whatever the heck I want to call it. I will, then, feel more comfortable blowing a bunch of my air in here. But basically I've come up here into this cold biome. So notice it's really super cold, like the exact opposite of, what it was kind of around our base. So anytime I want to cool down my base, I will take heat from here and bring it all the way down here. One thing we can do after we use all of the algae is we're going to come up here to where this is open like this. We're going to start getting polluted water and algae and all this slime, and we're going to turn it into water and air, and we're going to send it down to our colony where, again, it will cool the base. Awesome stuff, right? Well, I found something in the game. So this is kind of RNG, like spawn. Like it'll just show up in the terrain generation. There we go. This is a massive synthetic brain suspended in saline solution. There's a chair attached to the device with room for one person. Basically, I can run all 3 of my duplicants through this room, and it'll give each of them a bonus trait. That there's like a list of 4 of them, or 4 or 6 or something. I don't know. Whatever. If it becomes important, it'll become important. But they're really cool buffs. But it takes like a really long time to actually turn it into, or to give the buff. One thing I wanted to look at was this basic metal locker. I want to inspect this. Oh, Casual Friday. To all employees, the facility is pleased to announce that starting this week, all Fridays will now be Casual Fridays. Please enjoy the clinically proven de-stressing benefits of casual attire by wearing your favorite shirt to the lab. Note, any personnel found on facility premises without regulation full body protection will be put on immediate notice. Thank you and have fun. So, casual, wear your favorite shirt, but if you're not in your hazmat suit, you gotta go. Sorry, bro. It's regulations. Can't help it. So I've got a little bit farther in the research as I've been restarting. I've been, finding it easier to manage to get everything early. So somebody's completely idle now? Okay. I don't like people being idle. That's not cool. Let's see. This is basically the last of the algae that I have. I have a little bit in here, but I don't know if it's going to be worth digging through there. The other thing that I've been doing to keep the spread of temperature, or the spread of the temperature from my surroundings, is using that abyssalite. This right here, as I've dug it out, I've been building it into my walls, which is, as we explained earlier, they won't heat up any, and they won't transfer any of that heat into our base. So basically, other than the airlock, I think we keep all of that temperature controlled. We are going to have to manage this. I think it's getting a little bit cooler as we get more oxygen in there. It was a little bit low. Oh wow, we definitely filled up that compartment. About to full. It's definitely finishing out. One thing to do with the food, it may be unrefrigerated, so it will spoil more quickly, but because they're in carbon dioxide, no matter how much of it there is, it will build up over time. Basically, we pollution exposure, but the carbon dioxide can't hold germs, so nothing can go bad in it because the microbes needed to break down the food can't survive in that environment. There you go. So now we're still waiting on that. One thing that I will need eventually to make clothes, not the balm lily. Where is it? This right here, thimble reed. If I start growing these, I will eventually be able to make clothes, as well as if I get these Drecos. Basically, you shear them like sheep. Man, all of the animals have different, like, basically a shiny form, which this is a puffed prince rather than just a puffed. And basically they just look different. See, they look a little different. Um, but for the most part, they don't really have too much of a difference between them. I'm looking around just to make sure. So we want to rummage in this because it'll have some information. Let's inspect this one. Yeah, that's just the thing again. I want to dig into here and dig this out. Oh, we got a snazzy suit. So I want to put that on. Let's put it on Ren. Why not? Also, we have a cool vest that basically you put it on and it'll keep them cool in a hot zone, as well as a warm vest in a cool zone. But this is an anti-entropy thermonullifier. So I think if I bring hydrogen, it does something. I can't remember. As we get into it, we'll read it. Also, we generate ice, which as it melts, it'll make pure water for our colony. Though we will have to be a little careful because some of this is polluted ice, which will turn into. Does it say what it turns into? Polluted water, I believe. Here, yeah, transitions to polluted water at -20. So we're definitely not near that point now. We're still taking our sweet time to get cooler. Hopefully all the ladders being in the way and like soaking up that heat will soaking up the heat will help transfer all that air around. But again, that'll be later game. I think we're actually doing pretty good. He just falls asleep up here. Also, every time I open the door, it'll let in a small amount of oxygen, so that will slowly fill this and let heat transfer through it. Alright, so the anti-entropy thermonullifier. Self-sustaining machine powered by what appears to be refined neutronium, absorbs and neutralizes heat energy when submersed in hydrogen. So basically, if we go to ventilation gas pipe, yeah, so this has a gas pipe built into it that we just put hydrogen, and I think we can build pipes behind it with like hot stuff in it and cool it down. Hopefully not to the point where it starts breaking all of our stuff. But here, let's open this door. So just have to walk up to it to give it the sample. One thing I want to note is, see this? Carbon dioxide liquid. So like as you get some of these substances to different temperature, it completely changes what it does. I'm really loving this game. I think, well, somebody's probably coming. There's a lot of stuff that you can't make, like you can't make the tile look like this, I don't think. Or maybe that's actually what obsidian looks like, and I just haven't built anything with obsidian just yet. Okay, so I've got stuff out of both of those. Let's go ahead and give this to... Nah, let's not worry about that just yet. Actually, we should give it to our food person. I think that was Ellie. Ellie? Cook. Yeah, Ellie. Ellie can get the cool vest so she can be more comfortable in this area, at least until we get it cooled down, you know. Alright, well, I hope you, well, I guess I'm going to try and get that. I can set a higher priority so I can force them to come up here. Perfect. Does air travel through ice, I wonder? Because that's kind of the only oxygen that's been in this area, so I don't know how. Could somebody come up here and do the door? There's two of you idle. I don't understand. Alright, well, I guess they don't want to open that door. But thank you for joining me for this extended tour of my base. Hope you guys enjoy, and I hope to see you guys next time. But thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And I'll come back with more of this probably in the next couple days. But thanks again for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.